So okay, so you what's in there at the moment?
So this is my interphone.
Okay.
I've got in here at the moment.
Your interphone.
My
Right.
interphone.
Your interphone.
At the
Okay.
moment, my wires here are starting to go.
Okay.
So when it's on, I lose signal in this earphone over here.
Okay, cool. So it's the right earphone that kind of blacks out.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so basically what's happened is Tam has an i90 helmet, and a gentleman who has just started looking at the channel saw my video on the i90 versus the Scorpion ADX1. Now here's my Scorpion ADX1. The problem I have with it, I took it out the other day, went out for an IM ride, post-check ride. Obviously I've done my tests and that, but I like to keep myself updated and make sure that I'm still riding to standard. And when I was out, within an hour and 40 minutes of being out in the ADX1, my head was starting to get quite a bit of pain around here, and a bit around the jaw. It's starting to ache. Tam, if you wouldn't mind holding the camera, I'll show you the issue I have. I can't actually get this helmet on with it down. I can't. It's very tight. And the thing with the Scorpion is it's well known, well, I didn't know at the time, it's well known that it's quite a tight fit, and it's got 3 shell sizes on this, so I have to open it up like that, and it feels nice, but when I bring the visor down and lock it in, chin bar in, it actually pushes inwards. You can actually see it spreads apart ever so slightly when I lock it in, and so over time I get sort of like a pressure around here on my head and in the side here. So, you know, I can't actually, I have to spread the helmet to get it off. And I can't
spread its legs.
Filthy. So yeah, I've barely worn this helmet, but after much kind of deliberation, I've decided that actually I definitely don't want my intercoms in here, because that isn't going to help, because obviously the earphones are going to be sandwiched there. And I'm not even sure I can ride with this helmet anymore, which is a shame. But then I take my HJC out, my i90 out all the time for training, because I can ride with it flipped up.
We've got a spare padding.
Got spare padding for it. I've got my HJC ILM helmet, and I'm also looking possibly at buying the LS2 Valiant, the new Valiant which has come out, which basically has a chin bar that flips over the back and kind of allows you to ride open face. So having a think about that, but then I looked at it and going, can I really justify it? Ironically, I had a student who turned up for CBT today who actually had the Valiant 2, and I had had to put a little hairnet thing on, obviously because of COVID and whatnot. Gave the helmet with the spray, but did try it on, and it was very, very comfortable. But strangely enough, 200 kilograms, I think it's 200 kilograms, 200 grams. Oh no, actually technically weighing the same as this, but I thought this one was a 1500, but maybe this one's the lighter one. Yeah, this one's the lighter one. So yeah, so it weighs the same as the HJC i90, but the weight distribution is quite nice when it's flipped back, because of the fact that the chin bar sits at the back. And I was worried as well that actually by pulling the back of the chin bar over to the front to lock it in, a bit like with the HJC when they did the sun visor strip up the middle, we both had that issue, didn't we, where we didn't like having to pull something from the back of the helmet forwards, because it was like it would.
I never went for that anyway.
No, I did, unfortunately, on the, well, you had it on the C70?
No.
What did you have it on?
Side. Always had it on the side.
Always had it on the side. I had it on one of mine. I know a student that turned up the other day with an HJC C70 had it. There's a central line there for the sun visor.
I've had it on the side
over.
up at the top a bit more.
Yes.
That was my old helmet.
That was your old helmet, wasn't it?
The first one I had.
VCAN.
No, before that.
Was it? Oh, okay.
It was the one that my dad bought.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was kind of dubious about something I have to pull from the back of the helmet over to the front in case it started, you know, pulling the helmet down. Actually, surprisingly, even though the helmet I tried on today wasn't fit for my size, it was a bit too big, it didn't really affect it. It was actually quite a light pullover. It was really odd. It was really, really strange. It didn't force the helmet forwards on my head or anything like that, or drop the helmet down. It was really strange. I thought because it was a reach over the top and pull it over. So maybe something
smooth mechanisms.
Very smooth. And I think it's because it doesn't lock. It just kind of
sits there.
Sits there.
Well, if
but-
it's at the back, you've got gravity bringing it down, and it will only go up.
Yeah, exactly. So it was very good. I mean, it locked to an extent, but not like a full on.
Not like this
Not
one
like
does.
this or like this where it's locked. You know. It
This one
wasn't-
locks up properly.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't anything like that. So, anyway, the reason why we're doing this video, I can't ride the ADX1 anymore, so there's no point having intercoms on it. Tam's intercom's broken, and somebody had asked how easy it is to fit intercoms in the HJC i90. So, without further ado, I thought we'd do a quick whipping the padding out. No dirty jokes, people. And then change the system over, so that this will no longer have an intercom system set up, and Tam can use Cardo, which is, let's face it, the best. She's giving me a middle finger right now. But no, it's a very good system. We've both had Cardo. Well, I've had Cardo for 3 years, and Tam's first intercom's his interphone, so she's a little bit sad about it. But you know, I've had Cardo. The only reason I went for the 4 Plus is because my old Cardo Freecom 4 broke, just stopped working for some reason over lockdown. Charged it one time during lockdown. We were using it during lockdown when we were allowed out, and then didn't charge it for a little while because of course I wasn't training, and then all of a sudden went to start training in April when we were allowed to start again, and yeah, wouldn't hold charge. It was dead for some reason, don't know why, but so I had to get the 4 Plus. But anyway, as I say, without further ado, we're going to switch over the systems. We'll switch over for you. We'll do it in kind of like a fast time relay. I'm not going to do it in real time, I don't think. Actually, no, let's do it in real time.
It's not going to take me that long.
No. Right, I'm going to put a disclaimer on this. I'll say disclaimer. The truth is, I'm pretty crap at doing this. So Tam's going to do it on her helmet. I'm good at taking them out, it's fine. But when it comes to actually routing the cabling and stuff, I sometimes...
Suck.
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's tucking it in. Tam's very efficient with it. I'm quite good at tucking the wires away, but Tam's just a little bit better, and because it's her helmet, she's going to do it, and I'm just going to film. So,
There you
without
go.
further ado, off we go. So, taking the phone apart. I'm just going to get my phone and see if I can shine a bit of light on there, because I'm not really getting much visibility. It's just a load of black padding, and
That's exactly what the inside of a helmet looks like.
you can see, guys, well prepared for this. My phone has a light source.
Done.
So that's that out. So that's the inside padding removed. You'll see on the HJC what they've done is they've actually included pockets for where the speakers can sit.
Well,
And
that's actually for the microphone there. Speaker line here.
Yeah.
You got the same on the other side as well. So there's the microphone line, speaker line, and it is actually able to sit back here.
Yeah.
And you can actually tuck in here. You've got quite a nice big gap to fit down in there.
Yeah. So the other thing is with HJC as well, they actually developed this helmet in line with another, I think with one of their HJC intercoms. So at the back of the i90 there is actually a section of removable panel section that you can fit an HJC head comms that will fit this helmet exactly. But as you can see, there is cable route in here. So Tam, if you just flip the helmet to the back so I can see the back of the helmet.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, so there's that panel I'm talking about, Smart HJC. So as I say,
You can take these
this,
bits off, and then you've got like a clip inside that you can put the intercom into, and then you put this bit back on top.
and
I don't
kind of-
like it sitting on the back though.
No, and the rest of the unit then comes round and sits either side of the helmet, whichever side you want it, on the chin bar or behind. But we went with Cardo Freecom, so we can't do that. So that's not a problem. So
Mine's
that-
now ready.
that's yours ready. Excellent.
Now just to strip your helmet.
So again, Scorpion ADX1. This one, I don't think, if I remember rightly, had padding set, you know, quite the same for the I think it might have speaker pieces, but it's not as.
Nope.
Yeah, so it's not. It wasn't never really.
There is nothing there, and you've got the slight indent, more or less, actually for your ear in there. It's not really for speakers.
And there's definitely no wiring in there, so
there's no.
it could well be that actually my head issue could be due to the fact that I've tried to squeeze an intercom system in here. So I'll keep the helmet, but
try it without.
Try it without, but I don't think it's that issue, to be perfectly honest.
He's just got a big head. That's so good to you.
So.
Get off. Get off.
Now, I should say the great thing about the Freecon 4 Plus is that it's actually voice activated. So you can pick up your phone just by voice activation, no pushing of the button, or you can ask the radio to turn on.
Or
you
turn
can
off.
ask, yeah, or not. Yeah. There is a bit of a bug in some of them, unfortunately, which I'm not going to lie about. On the one that I'm giving Tam, it's not had an issue as far as I'm aware, but with my one I currently use for teaching, sometimes the radio turns on in the middle, but then I have to tell it to turn off in the middle of a lesson. You know.
But you get to hear across the intercoms. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it amuses Tam no end, but I've given her one where it doesn't do that, so I'm left with the one that does. But gonna have a look, see if there's an update or something for the intercom. But yeah, so yeah, generally speaking, Cardo is a very good setup. They have an app as well on your phone. So I'll see if I can get that up and show you that quickly while Tam's doing that. That's definitely not my password for the phone. So long, I just typed it like 3 times in a row. Yeah, so Cardo Connect is the new app, and basically, if I get my HJC and turn it on, so I've just turned it on. It's now looking for a Cardo phone, Cardo system. I'll just turn my Bluetooth on. Freecon 4 Plus. By the way, the other one called Jeffrey is actually the name of the second-hand one I bought from eBay. So this one should connect up nice and quickly to my phone. There we go. Cardo is looking for the unit to collected successfully. New software is available on the computer, so could well be that I need to do a software update.
Really nicely in here.
Okay, so access to intercom stores 3 channels. So rider A and B are the ones I use for my students. Rider C is Tamsin's old interphone thing, so I'll have to repair with her on Cardo. FM radio, can have the radio store radio stations. So down here in Devon, 96.4 is Heart Radio, or 97 if you get past Exeter. Phone, can store numerous people's phone numbers in my phone book, so I can phone people if needs be. Music as well, if you want to play music, you've got music on your phone. You can say things like, you know, if you have a look at this. So, hey Cardo, battery status. Hey Cardo, battery status.
Battery status. Full.
So she'll tell you if there's any battery, you know, what level your battery is. Hey Cardo, radio on.
Radio on. 90.4.
Hey Cardo, radio off. Which is quite a useful feature, really. So, you know, you can hook it up to your phone, take phone calls through it just by literally someone phones you, just say answer, and it picks up the phone call for you, which is always useful. So we'll go now back to the installation. So Tam's already sliding the unit down on the side there, in between the shell and the EPS and padding. Okay, so it's fitted in there nicely. It's situated with the speakers.
She's checking it twice.
And then routed the cable through the little sections of pocket there, see?
These actually fit really nicely into here as well. It is a very, very nice fit.
Yeah.
It literally, it's almost like they're kind of made to go in there.
Yeah, I found that as
A
well.
little bit, yeah.
The other thing is as well, what I like about what Cardo did is they're not speaker designers, so they went to someone like JBL to actually do the speaker design,
Right.
so that it got good sound quality on the Freecon 4 Plus, which was quite good of them, really.
Hook those two up. Need a little bit of length in there, just in case. Maybe just put that. So around the back there, just.
It works though, because you know it'll sit in there.
Never feel it. It's fine.
The padding on the HJC helmets are really, really good. Like really, really good.
That's absolutely
So-
fine now. So, popper. 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 That one's done. That side's done. Do, 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 do. There we go.
Yeah, just feeding the strap through.
What's that? Right. If you can see here when I'm putting my padding back in, you've got a line there which hooks up with the little pin that's inside. If you can see that, then just bring that in there like that. Should be able to see that there. Okay. And then what I'll end up doing is trying to line that back up without causing any issues to my helmet. Right, now then. Move that out. There we go. Sometimes it's just that little bit of wiggling. Right. Now then. That under there.
Now, what you could be really careful of when you're doing this is not to pinch the wires, because they are quite thin, but you want to make sure that there's a little bit of free
wiggle
play,
room there.
a little bit of wiggle room above the unit. And also, I had an issue, was it the HJC I had an issue with, where I couldn't get the microphone to connect up, but then we think the microphone was damaged, don't we?
Yeah.
So we're not entirely sure it's with anything to do with the wiring that we did, but yeah, the microphone wouldn't pick up voice commands and things like that, so we figured that the microphone was probably a bit damaged, but I think it was an old microphone, so it's not the end of the world.
And that way, with that, I can now pop her at the back there. One. Two. Right then. Now there are two ways of doing this bit. You can either put that under the chin strap or over the top. As I'm going to be wiring it in, I'm just going to put it underneath. Because that's how I prefer it. Hold on. That's that one for 2 seconds. Just stick on. Right. Shimmy that one in at the bottom there. Shimmy that at the bottom. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've got it all wired at the bottom there, just so it's at the bottom of the padding. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to popper it in, and it should all be done. Make sure all the wires are out of the way while I'm pottering. Are you from the south, dear? No, no, of course not, Potter. I can't see what I'm doing. I hit this side. This is like the hardest part, is just getting the poppers in.
Well, yeah, I think the thing is that the with the microphone side, whichever side you put it in, it's going to have a slightly thicker section of cable, so it's going to be a little bit harder to popper it. So that's just something that kind of comes with the territory, I guess.
There we go. It's the back one that's the harder one.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm just awkward, but there we go. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Okay, so
All
that's
done.
now connected in place. You can adjust the microphone, move it around wherever you need it to go. Nice and easy. Okay,
All done.
and that's how you install the Cardo Freecon 4 Plus on an HJC i90. Nice and easy. Look, it fits there nice. It's accessible. You know,
It's not going to sit on the floor,
No.
which is one thing I had with my system when
Yeah.
it was on. Because it points down.
Yeah.
So when it's all plugged in, it pointed downwards with the side I had it on.
Mhm.
This bit hit whatever my helmet was sitting on, so floor, seat, didn't matter. It would do that.
Yeah.
It would
So
squish.
that's chances are why the cabling's now damaged, because
Yeah.
it's
I set it
damaged
on
at
the
that
floor.
point. And to be fair, I mean that's where you want to be sitting your helmet, really, somewhere flat. Flat surface, whereas this with Cardo, they've brought the
It's
joining points
really,
further up,
really.
so there's virtually nothing there, and the wires, you know, just flex as and where they need. So, good job Cardo with that. Yeah, so that is installation of the Cardo Freecon 4 Plus on an HJC i90. Thanks very much for your question and asking for this video. It's always nice to have a few suggestions and things like that to put to the channel. And obviously, thank you to Tem for doing the installation on her helmet.
Full bed.
Before bed, yeah, absolutely before bed. So it was just, you know, it's just something that was an ideal opportunity, really. I was going to just strip my padding out and show you mine, but as Tam said to me tonight when I came home from work, she was like, got a problem with my helmet. And so I was like, okay, what's the issue? She said intercoms were playing up. So I was like, well, you know, that combined with my issue with the ADX1, I just thought, well, perfect opportunity. We've got spare intercom because I can't use it, and not on the helmet I had it on, and now she's got an opportunity to have a nice working intercom on hers. Alright, so take care guys, and thanks very much for watching. Bye.